Welcome back to another video by yours truly. Thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed so far, guys. We're on a road to 100 subbies. 100 subbies in a month, guys. Like, to everyone that has subscribed, even the ones that I bullied into subscribing, thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you again. I love you and I appreciate you. Please continue sharing those videos, continue to give those comments in the comment section, and guys, continue to like and share and the whole shebang. You know how it goes. Yes, guys, today I'm back with another video, and before I go into the video, I'd just like to quickly give out an apology. If you watched my previous video, which is the sip and spill, I had mentioned that there was gonna be a part 2. There was a part 2. It was recorded. I still have the footage, but I went over the footage and I noticed that it was probably too much TMI nyana somewhere there, and I don't think I'm ready for people to see me in that way, if that's the right way to put it. Yes, I wasn't feeling 100% with uploading a video of that sort. It's nice, it's spicy, it has the tea. Like, not that I'm shy about who I am or the things I do, but like, it's just too much. So I'd like to just put it out there that there won't be a part 2 because I'm not gonna upload for part 2. Now, moving on into today's video. Today's video is a video which is essentially about how it is that I ended up in India, and I'm not sure if I'll delve into my journey so far, but I probably will, but yes, we'll see how far this goes. So yes, without further ado, let's go right into the video. So where do I start this? I don't even know if this qualifies to be a story time, hey, but yeah, let's call it a story time. Yes, so where do I start? I'll just start and give a small background of my school life and whatnot. Just short. I'll keep it short and simple. So growing up, I was the only child for the longest time. I also so happened to be the golden child of the family, if I have to put it like that, because I got the name. I was actually named after the big people in the family. So expectation is that I am going to be big, if you understand what I mean. But yeah, so I got everything that I wanted. Okay, I don't come from a rich family. I'd like to consider my family as average. I was never short for anything growing up. I always had everything that I needed. Of course, as a child, there are things that you see other children having, but you don't have, and you feel like, but my parents are, you know. But I went to Model C schools. I went to good schools in the country. Yes, as much as I did not match up to the level in which I wanted to reach, but things were okay at home. Like, we went by pretty well. Yes, so I went to primary, I went to high school, and in high school was good. But high school, teenager stage, peer pressure, trying to fit in, all of that, you know. And yeah, that whole nyaga nyaga in there. But yeah, so the high school I went to, I did my grade 8 or Form A up to grade 12, matric, Form 5, yes, all of that. But when my final year results came out, they were not good. Not good in the sense that I did not pass in the manner that my parents knew me to pass in. Yo, guys, what time is it? Yeah, no. English went back to India. To England. Went back to England. Now I'm speaking the English in India, if you get me. Yes, but yes, my results went pleasing, and my mom was not happy at all. So, okay, let me leave my mom out of it. I was not happy myself. So when did I write my Form 5? In 2016. Yes, in 2016. And then results came, obviously they were not good. And then now I had this dilemma where I wanted to go forward with the very results I had, but my mom wasn't having it. So we decided, let me write supplementary exams. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for that. I wrote my supplementary exam. Unfortunately, the results came back worse. Partly because I was going through things, family issues that I probably will divulge later at a later stage. But yes, that's partly one of the reasons that I believe led me to the point where I was in. But I do not want to solely blame it. Yes. So after writing my subs, the results came back worse. So what now, Devin? My mom suggested, you know what? Go back to the school that you went to and start from scratch. Nayo, I could never do that. It's that time where I feel like, wow, I'm old now, I'm going to varsity, hey, you know, watch how I team. And I'm like, this woman doesn't know me very well. I'm not doing that. Imagine me going back to the school that was going into a class with people who were my juniors. My pride couldn't let me. My pride just couldn't let me. So that was one of the options and I declined it. And I stayed home for quite some while because my mom tried to convince me to go to this school, to that school. I was just not having it. So she would constantly bring whom she thought would like get through to me and convince me to go back to school, but I remember we even started hunting for schools and I didn't want all the schools. But eventually, I don't know, the Spirit of God fell on me, and one particular day in January, I just forgot what date it was. Was it Jan or Feb? I don't know, somewhere there. I decided I was gonna go to school. Now, the system in Lesotho is that if you fail your matric, your Form 5, your final high school year, you need to start from grade 11, which is Form D, because the curriculum is a 2-year thing, so you need to start from here if you want to proceed to here. So I had to go 2 grades down in order to start from there, from grade 11, in order to proceed to grade 12 and write and then go to varsity. And now I'm thinking, hey, 2 years? I see people already going into varsity, like people who are in my class, and I'm like, yo, guys, what is going to be of my life? And might I add that during that time, I'd like to put it out there that I still had a lot of trouble with my self-esteem. Like I was struggling. I was struggling. Yes. So I'm going to the school. This school is a school in the villages. Now remember, I went to a Model C school, and now I'm coming to a school here. Everything that I've known all my life, which was here, is completely different from here. When I come to this school, I need to shave my head bald because that's the rule of the school. I need to start doing subjects that I never did before because I had a choice as to whether I wanted to do them or not. For instance, I'm not very good at math. So at my old school, I opted not to do accounting because I didn't want numbers. But in this school, accounting was mandatory. In fact, people had started accounting with business studies from low grades. And I'm here coming into this place, not knowing nothing, with my bald head. Guys, I have a very small head, hey? It's just that my hair makes it look big. I have a very small head. I have to shave it off. I have to go to a school where the toilet is a pit. I was used to a school where toilets were cleaned for us. Everything was practically done for us. All you needed to do was go to class, do your thing, and go back home. Here we have to sweep the class. We need to polish the floors. We need to wash the toilets, the pits. Going to school, you need to get there at 7 a.m. Otherwise, they hit you. And Kemna, guys, I had never been to a school where we were hit. So every time I thought of that, I'd wake up in the morning. But I always got the stick for math sums, of course, because me and numbers, we do not mix. But anyways, one other thing is I was used to a school where there was a tuck shop. You'd buy snacks, you'd buy hot dogs, and all these nice fancy things. And then this one, what they sell is fat cakes. They sell chicken feet, bologna. That's the tuck shop. There's ladies that come and sell this stuff. And for lunch, there's ladies at the kitchen that cook, and they cook pap and cabbage. I'm not used to all of this, so I need to adapt to all of this. And I don't want to lie, it was so difficult to have to adapt to all of this because, of course, I was still masked with a sense of arrogance. I still had a lot of pride, and even when you get to such a place, people put you on a pedestal. You're here. Oh, it's that girl who can speak proper English. Might I add that my English is not even that proper. Like, of course, you can hear me, but like, compared to I'm just trying to show you the differences that were there between me and the people at my new school. Yo, guys, there was a lot. It's just that I'm forgetting some of the things that, I was used to. In winter, I take a taxi, get to school, there's a heater in class, there's a heated system, but in this one, there's no heater, and in fact, the windows have holes in them. You need to use paper or something. You just need to be smart about how you get warm in this place. Like, guys. And I used to have to walk like about 30 minutes for me to get to school. My mom said she would never drive me to school. She says, you're gonna walk like the other children are walking. So I had to walk, meaning I had to leave home at like 6:30. So you can imagine winter, in Lesotho, leaving home at 6:30. I don't even want to think about all the other children who used to tell me that they left their houses at 4. Like, each time I thought about it, it was just, awful. Okay guys, so I need to drink some water because like, I've been talking. So yeah, here I am in this foreign place. I will call it foreign because I was not used to that life. I really wasn't used to that life. So first 6 months in, hey, denial is still hitting hard, but I need to deal with the fact that I'm here. One other thing that I want to believe helped me is the fact that I found this girl in that school. She came from town, like she came from proper schools as well. So we sort of had an understanding. Shout out to you, made my stay there very nice. Yes, we sort of had an understanding. So we pushed the years together. She had her own story, I had my own story, but we somehow made it work. We made it work, you see. So here we are in this place that we don't quite like, but we have to make it work. We have to make it work, and we did make it work. We did make it work. I feel like if I have to go into detail about every single thing that happened there, it was just to take too much time. Maybe we should have a separate story time for that. But we did make it work and we got out of it. I finished my grade 12, the 2 years that I was supposed to be there. And I passed this time around, like I did very well. And one important thing that I'd like to highlight that I learned from that experience is to be humble. Yo guys, that experience taught me a lot of humility, because I remember even when I was preparing to go there, when I was still a bit adamant about it, my mom was like, but just let go of all of that and accept you're starting afresh and just make it work for yourself, because this is for your future. That time I was not having it. But yeah, I wrote, I passed, and then now I had to move on to other ventures in my life. So at this point, I had attended all sorts of career guidance and whatever, but I still wasn't sure about what it is that I wanted to do. So a friend of my mom's sent her a link to a scholarship and said I should apply. And I applied for the scholarship blindly, so Shem. I just did everything that was required of me, and I think it was in January. Yes, it was around January, beginning of January, when I applied for the scholarship. And yeah, I went about life. I stayed at home. I temporarily worked at the hospital that we stay in back at home, as a translator for the doctors, which is a very nice experience, by the way. I did that, and time went by, and I was just in between places. I still didn't know what was going on with my life. I remember meeting this guy who had actually studied in India, but not under the scholarship I'm under. He was self-sponsored, but he knew people who were under the scholarship. He would put me in contact with people that would help me track what was going on, until I just gave up. I thought, you know what, these people are not gonna say anything to me. So ah man, life just went on, and I really wasn't sure what was gonna go on with me at the end of the day. I remember one Friday in June. Remember, I applied in June on a Friday evening. Was sitting around the heater with my mom, and I get a message on Messenger. Okay, it's someone I don't know, but they're like, are you Tibello so and so who applied for such and such a scholarship? I'm like, yes. And they're like, you got accepted, but you'll get the embassy will call you on Monday, because this was a Friday. The embassy will call you on Monday to confirm this for you, but I was just telling you because they had told me in advance. And I'm like, man, this is a scam. And I even show it to my mom. I'm like, look at this. This person just wants to trick me. But anyways, let's wait for Monday. Okay, the weekend goes by, and on Monday, surely, I get an email and a call from the embassy to say that, hey, you've been accepted into the scholarship that you applied for. I'm like, what? Yo, excitement, yeah. And you won't believe that between the time that I was told and the time that I left home, it was within a space of 2 weeks, literally. Because immediately after they told me that, they told me, no, you need to apply for a visa. And unfortunately, we don't have an Indian embassy in Lesotho. We only have a consulate, and they can't do visas, so we get our visas from the embassy in South Africa that's in Pretoria. So it meant that I had to send over my stuff to Pretoria, but unfortunately, when I went to, what's this company I hate? What's this yellow company I hate again? DHL. When we went to DHL, they were ridiculously expensive just for a passport. So my mom decided, you know what, I have an aunt that stays in Joburg. Just go to your aunt's place and then they'll take you to Pretoria, and then you can leave your passport there. Okay. I went to Joburg. And then when I was in Joburg, I was driven to Pretoria to drop my passport off. And then I stayed in Joburg for some time, obviously because I was waiting for my passport. And yes, I was in Joburg for, I think, a week or so. And then I remember we drove down on a Sunday. On a Sunday, we drove back home because I was leaving on the Tuesday. We drove back home on the Sunday. On the Monday, I did not even have an ATM card in my life. Went to go and apply for that, started sorting out, small things, started packing. And Tuesday, lo and behold, got onto the flight. I actually had another guy that came here with, who happens to be one of my closest friends. I met him on the day, but we got on like a house on fire, Shem. We met on that day and we traveled together, came to India, and yes, that is how I ended up in India. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop the story there for a while, and maybe in the next story time I'll just talk about how being in India for the first time and my experiences and how I felt then was like. But yes, that's that. I think that's the summary of how it is that I ended up in India. Yes, guys. So just to wrap this off, this is my last video for the year. I started this channel a month ago, and I am so happy with the progress I've made so far. I am really, yeah, I have no words. I want to once again thank everybody that has subscribed, and the ones that I bullied, and the ones that I'm yet to bully. I just want to see if this is a lucrative thing for me to do. Like I said in my introduction video, I love creating content, and I just want to see if this won't help me to get better at it. Yes, so this is my last video of the year. I've started planning on some of the videos I want to do in the upcoming year, and I just hope that it's content that everybody else will relate to and content that you'll all enjoy. By this time next year, I'm sure I would have found my niche, and I'll probably be able to do vlogmas and whatever. I'll probably vlog New Year's, but I don't think it will be that interesting, hey? But we'll see. Next year, vlogmas, I'm there. I'll try to be as consistent as can be. Yes, I know that this is a long journey, a journey that I intend on taking because I've started, so excuse me. The best I can do is to continue. I love all of you. If you've watched this video until this far, yes, you, not you. Yes, if you've watched this video until this far, I really love you from the bottom of my heart. I wish you a good year end and a prosperous new year. I hope that in the new year you're able to achieve all the goals that you intend on doing. I do realize that 2021 and the other previous years were not so kind to us. I hope and pray that the next year is the year that we are all dreaming it will be. A good year for us to flourish, a good year for us to hit the targets that we want to hit, a good year for us to just be here because we've been sad for quite a long time. And yes, I wish you all the best. God bless you all, and I love you. Bye.